All right, let's jump right in. Today we're tackling a topic that, well, the title alone is pretty captivating.
Yeah, it grabs your attention, that's for sure.
3 billion years ago, a meteorite the size of 4 Mount Everests struck Earth-changing life forever. Just rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it?
You can't help but be intrigued.
So, we're talking about a massive meteorite impact that happened way back 3.26 billion years ago. And what's really interesting is that this impact might have actually helped life thrive.
Yeah, it really challenges how we usually think about these events.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Usually when we hear meteorite impact, we think extinction level event.
Yeah.
But this one, it might have been a catalyst for some pretty incredible evolutionary change.
It's a total paradigm shift.
The article starts by setting the scene, and it's pretty intense. Imagine standing on the coast, enjoying a calm day, and then bam.
Oh, yeah.
This monstrous tsunami just comes roaring in, triggered by the impact, of course.
And we're not just talking about a wave here, right? This is
No.
this is a total upheaval of the ocean.
Yeah, the article talks about the ocean floor getting churned up, debris being flung onto land, the top layer of the ocean practically boiling away from the heat.
The energy involved is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's hard to even imagine the scale of it all.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets really interesting. The article argues that this impact, which they're calling the S2 impact, might have actually created the perfect conditions for certain types of bacteria to thrive.
It's like a recipe for microbial success.
So what kind of bacteria are we talking about here?
The ones that really benefited were the ones that feed on iron and phosphorus.
Okay.
And those elements would have been abundant in the aftermath of the impact.
So the impact, in a sense, delivered a feast for these bacteria.
Yeah. Imagine iron from the depths of the ocean getting churned up by the impact, and phosphorus, which is a common component of meteorites, suddenly becoming readily available.
Wow. It's like the impact was this unexpected delivery service.
Right. Like cosmic room service?
Exactly. But how do we even know any of this actually happened? This was billions of years ago, right?
That's where the amazing work of geologists comes in.
Okay.
They're studying these ancient rock formations in a place called the Barberton Greenstone Belt in South Africa.
And what's so special about this place?
It's like a time capsule, preserving some of the oldest rocks on Earth.
Wow. So what can these rocks tell us?
They hold these chemical signatures, subtle variations in isotopes, the presence of specific minerals, things like that. By analyzing these signatures, geologists can piece together the events of the past. It's almost like reading a history book, but the book is made of stone.
So it's not just speculation. There's actual evidence in these rocks that points to this massive impact event.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible what they can decipher from these rocks.
And get this, the article mentions that they found evidence of at least 8 impact events in this area.
Including the S2 impact.
Including the S2 impact. So this wasn't just a one-off event. It seems like this area was bombarded.
It really makes you wonder what other secrets are hidden in those ancient layers.
Yeah, like each impact probably had its own unique effect on the environment and the evolution of early life.
It's a fascinating puzzle.
This S2 impact, though, it really makes you rethink the role of these catastrophic events. You know, it might have been a major turning point in the history of life on Earth.
Absolutely. It changes the narrative completely.
Yeah, it's not just about destruction anymore.
Right. It's about the resilience of life, its ability to adapt and even thrive in the face of extreme challenges.
It's pretty inspiring when you think about it.
It is.
So we've got this massive impact, chaos everywhere, but then these tough little bacteria come along, munching on the iron and phosphorus left behind. And they might have actually benefited from all that destruction.
Yeah, they were ready for it, adapted to take advantage of the situation.
It's almost like the impact was setting the stage for life to take a giant leap forward, creating the conditions for new forms of life to emerge and flourish.
It's like a cosmic reset button in a way, clearing the way for new possibilities.
That's a great way to put it, a cosmic reset button. It's like saying these meteorites were, in a way, delivering the building blocks for life.
Yeah, the raw materials, at least. The article specifically mentions chemolithotrophes, which is a mouthful.
It is. Break that down for us.
So these are organisms that get their energy from inorganic compounds, like think iron or sulfur, not sunlight like plants do.
Okay. So they were perfectly suited to thrive in the environment created by the impact.
Exactly. Suddenly, you have all this iron and phosphorus available, and these chemolithotrophes are like dinner time, while other organisms are struggling to survive.
It's like almost like an evolutionary advantage.
Yeah. a huge one. And the article makes this really interesting comparison to the dinosaur extinction.
Oh, right, the one that happened much later in Earth's history.
Right, so with the dinosaurs, you had this complex, diverse ecosystem that gets wiped out by the impact.
Because everything was so interconnected, so a shock to the system was devastating?
Yeah, exactly. But 3.26 billion years ago, life was much simpler, mostly single-celled organisms. So instead of total annihilation, the S2 impact might have actually sped things up for them.
Because they were more adaptable, more able to roll with the punches.
Exactly. Think of it like comparing a delicate house of cards to a sturdy brick. One is going to withstand a sudden shock much better.
That's a great analogy. So this early impact, it's like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, at least for those bacteria.
Exactly. It weeded out the weaker organisms and allowed the tougher ones to thrive. And this brings up a really interesting question. If this one event, billions of years ago, could have such a huge impact on the direction of life, what other events might have shaped the world we live in today?
Like a mind-blowing thought. Like,
Yeah.
are we just the product of a series of cosmic accidents?
Well, maybe not accidents, but certainly the result of a long chain of events, many of which we're only just beginning to understand.
And it makes the work of scientists like Nadja Drapan and her team all the more impressive, right? Piecing together this puzzle from billions of years ago.
Absolutely. It's like they're time detectives using these rocks as clues.
And what's really amazing is that those rocks, those silent witnesses, hold the key to understanding how life on Earth came to be.
It's a humbling thought to think that we're standing on billions of years of history.
It really makes you appreciate the vastness of time and how much we still have to learn about our own planet.
Yeah, we're just scratching the surface. Every new discovery opens up even more questions.
So to kind of bring it back to the S2 impact, what are some of the key takeaways for you?
Well, I think the biggest one is that we need to rethink how we view these impact events, not just as agents of destruction.
But as potential catalysts for change.
Exactly. And the S2 impact really highlights the resilience of life. It's a story of survival, adaptation, and finding opportunity in the face of incredible challenges.
It's a pretty inspiring message, actually.
Right.
Even when things seem chaotic and destructive, life finds a way.
And who knows what other stories are still waiting to be uncovered, hidden in the depths of time.
That's what I love about science.
Yeah,
It's a never-ending journey of discovery.
absolutely.
It's like we've traveled back in time and witnessed this incredible event firsthand.
And come back with a whole new perspective on the power of impact events to shape the course of life.
This S2 impact, it really makes you realize just how much the Earth has changed over billions of years.
And who knows what other mind-blowing events are still hidden in those layers of rock waiting to be discovered.
It's both humbling and exciting, right? Like we're just scratching the surface of understanding our own planet.
That's what makes science so fascinating. There's always something new to learn, always another mystery to unravel.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of ancient meteorites, I think the biggest takeaway for me is that we need to rethink our whole perception of impact events.
Yeah, we tend to focus on the destructive aspect, the chaos, the potential for wiping out life. But the S2 impact shows us a different side of the story.
The creative side.
Exactly. Instead of just being agents of destruction, these impacts can actually drive innovation, shape the course of evolution. It's like a cosmic reset button, pushing life in new and unexpected directions.
And highlighting the incredible resilience of life itself.
Absolutely. Life finds a way, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges.
It's a powerful message, and it makes me wonder what other incredible stories are still out there, buried in the depths of time.
That's a question for future deep dives. And I can't wait to see what other secrets we uncover together.
Me too. So for everyone listening, the next time you hear about a meteorite impact, don't just think about the potential for destruction.
Think about the potential for renewal, for a reshuffling of the evolutionary deck.
For a new chapter in the incredible story of life on Earth.
And remember, that story is still being written.
Beautifully put. It's been an amazing deep dive, and I want to thank you for joining us on this journey through time.
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to delve into these fascinating topics.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep that sense of wonder alive.
And who knows, maybe someday you'll be the one making those groundbreaking discoveries.
That's right. We'll see you on the next deep dive. Thanks for listening, everyone.